Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Section 1.5, use problem-solving strategies and models. All right, so number 22, you drive 70 miles per hour on a freeway in Minnesota and you drive a total distance of 385 miles. How long did it take you to make the trip? Well, we need to remember the distance equals the rate times the time for that one. All right, well, we know the distance is 385 miles. We're going to set that equal to, it looks like the rate is 70 miles per hour, and we want to know how long does it take. All right, that's the setup. Divide by 70. And so we find that the time is going to be 5.5 hours. All right, number 23. So number 23, I'm going to rewrite this in a vertical table, just because I prefer working with a vertical table. There's X, here's Y. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 0.15, 0.30, 0.45, and 0.60. All right, so I'm going to look at the pattern. This is going up 1. This is going up 0.15. All right, there's a couple ways you could do this. If you recall, y equals mx plus b, we can find the slope with rise over run. And in this case, the rise is 0.15, the run is 1. So the slope is 0.15. Now I could plug that in. Now I need to understand, or I need to find what b is. So what I could do, whoops, hold on, let me back that up. I made a mistake in writing it. It's 0.15x plus b. So what I can do now is I could plug in a y value and an x value. So I could take that first term, let me circle it. I could take the 1 and 0.15 and plug it in. So I could put in the 0.15 here, and then I could plug in the 1 here and solve for b. Well, pretty simple. Subtract 0.15, and I find out that b is 0. So technically, it's just y equals 0.15x. Now, you could have done that a different way. You could have just looked at the table and you could have gone backwards like this. I'll show it here. So if you go backwards, 1, that would be 0. And remember, 0 is where your y-intercept is. And if you go back here, 0.5, that'll be at 0. So b is your 0. Or you can go here and you could go backwards here. That would be 0 there. Go backwards here. That would be 0 there. So you have a lot of different options to figure out what the y-intercept was there, or what the b value was. All right, let's look at one more. 5 identical pictures are hung on a wall, each with a width of 2.5 meters. Determine the value of the width of the space between the pictures. All right, well, it says that the picture is 2 points, so it's not drawn on there. So from here to here, it's 2.5, and that's on all of them. All right, so, and all of that together with the x's is 15. So I'm going to set up an equation. So first of all, if I add the 2.5, that's 5. 2.5, 2.5, that's another 5. And all together, I believe that's going to be 12.5. So adding all of those together, I get 12.5 plus there's 1, 2, 3, 4 x's. And I know that it's supposed to equal a total of 15. All right, two-step equation, take away the 12.5. So now I have 4x equals, let's see, I think that would be 2.5. Divide by 4. And we end up with a very small space between each picture, 0.625 meters. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for section 1.5.